Love letters to Kellie.
Dear Kellie, you are the love expert.
I am.
My boyfriend and I have been together for a year, and we just had a baby 1 month ago. I also have a 5-year-old from a previous relationship, and I feel like my boyfriend is over the top about rules and discipline, and he never lets my son get a chance to just be a kid. He says he does this to prevent him from growing up and being a brat like so many other people these days, but I feel like he's crushing his spirit and making him feel unloved. I feel torn. Every time I try to talk to him about this, he flips it around on me and that I'm hurting his feelings. I feel like it's definitely my job to defend my child before anything. Please help. How can I talk to him without him being so defensive? Kristen.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't know if he is too strict or if you're just too soft, right? Because in a dynamic, usually when there's a mother and a father, the father is the disciplinarian and the mother was the one like, come here, baby, let me make it all better. Yeah. And so I don't know if you would feel differently if he was your first child's birth father. I don't know if you'd feel differently. Maybe there's that little bit of, well, he's not your son going on at play. But he's in a father role. You put him there as a father role, and now you've got 2 children that he's going to be helping you raise. So I think you just need to look at it. Is he being really strict? Because
it depends on what he's getting mad about, right?
I feel bad with Emma Kellie because I came from a divorce, and I had her the majority of the time. He was off working a lot. I mean, he was there, but I didn't force her to do anything. And I feel like if the dad had been in the household, he would have made her go to sports when she didn't want to, and made her do all these things. But I was the soft touch and caved. And now here we are, a dozen years later, and Emma Kellie's telling me, I wish you would have made me. I wish you would have made me. And the mother guilt I carry now.
Right.
So, there's a reason there's the dynamic, the father vibe and the mother vibe. So I think you just have to be realistic. And you also need to have a conversation of what you both agree to should be the discipline moving forward. So you're both on the same page while you're both calm and not mad. Say, do we agree with spanking? Do we agree with, timeouts? How are we going to handle discipline moving forward? And see if that helps.
There you go.
Love letters. Love letters to Kellie.
Dear Kellie, you are the love expert.
I am.
My wife and I have listened to the show for several years now as boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancés, and now husband and wife.
Yay.
Sometimes we listen together to pass the time on long drives, and sometimes apart, and we debrief later.
Oh, I love that.
I like that.
Yeah. With Mother's Day approaching, we wanted to get your take on last year's situation, which we anticipate again this year.
Okay.
We got married in late 2021. When we were dating, we always split the holiday in half, morning with her family and afternoon with mine, or vice versa. Given we live 45 minutes from her family, 60 minutes away from my family, and they are only 25 minutes from each other. Now, last year on Mother's Day, we were making plans to have brunch with her mom and dinner with my mom. Both my wife and I were excited to brainstorm gifts and whatnot. Then my heart was broken when her mom said she wasn't my mom. So why would she see me on Mother's Day, and my mom isn't my wife's mom, so why would my wife see her? I have a pretty good relationship with my in-laws, but this threw the dynamic way off. My mom always introduces my wife as her new daughter, never in-law. I can't help but shake this feeling that my mother-in-law just views me as the reason my wife isn't home with her 24/7. Ultimately, we opted to just spend the day apart, but it felt weird. I was ready to celebrate my mother-in-law on Mother's Day, but apparently she wasn't interested. Should I take it personally, or is this normal to not see in-laws on Mother's Day? Sincerely, figuring this out.
It's normal for her.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be normal for every family, but I would say moving forward, if you both showed up at her house, did she really have this conversation with her son-in-law? That would be
Sounds like it.
Kind of
That
odd.
would hurt my feelings so bad.
Well, there's a lot of husbands that don't buy their wives Mother's Day gifts because you're not my mother. And that goes on in a lot of, but that's the mother of your children.
Yeah,
and
you made her a
people
mother.
have weird feelings about Mother's Day,
Yeah.
and it can cause some hurt feelings.
Yeah.
But I would say, decide what you're going to do and do it. Don't let their feelings change your plans. I wish y'all would just go back to the original, we're going to go together as a united couple instead of splitting it. But there are a lot of couples that do split it and they're fine with it, but your feelings are hurt over it. So I just think in this situation, there's like, Oh gosh, it's so hard when you're dealing with in-laws.
Yeah.
And I truly just don't think if you showed up and spent time with your mother-in-law, if she's just a butt about it, your wife's going to have to say something about that and let her handle her own mother. I think that would be the best course of action there.
Still send her a gift, though. Send like some flowers with your wife and be like,
No, I'd go with her this year.
Oh, still go? Okay.
I'd go with her this
Okay.
year. You
What-
did that last year, and we just be as sweet and loving as you can about it and say whatever you call her. She might not let you call her mom. She might be one of those
Call my
Mrs.
mother-in-law
Smith
mom.
things.
What-
Just say, I know how you felt about it last year, but I just miss you so much, and I just wanted to be here because you were such a wonderful mom to my wife, and I just want to celebrate you. How can a woman be mad at that? I mean, if she is mad at that, then you just got a jerk mother-in-law.
Kill him with kindness.
But that's what I would do. I would go as a united front.
What if he drives her to her mom's house, but he stays in the car, and after she's in the house 10 minutes, just honks the horn?
No, don't make it worse. Don't make
Hurry
it
up.
worse.
Love letters. Love letters to Kellie.
Dear Kellie, you are the love expert.
I am.
So I have this guy friend named Jack, and I've known him since the 5th grade, and we are pretty close. And I think he likes me, and here's why. In language arts class, I've caught him staring at me multiple times. And when I like a person, I usually stare at them.
True.
Whenever I'm around him, he seems different than he was in the 5th grade. Like now whenever I talk to him, his face looks like he's holding back a big smile. And he always tries to help me when I don't even ask. Also, in person, he's always trying to find a way to hang out with me or find an excuse to talk to me. But whenever I text him, he just never responds. And it's so annoying. And the most annoying thing for me is that he always says he's going to text me back or hang out or meet up somewhere, but then he never does. But Kellie, how do I know if a guy likes you, or how do you know if he's a good one to date? I don't know. I don't like Jack in that kind of way. But if he does like me and confesses this in the future, I want to have a good response. Any advice?
So
Oh, so you
you're
don't like
upset
him.
that he may have a crush on you and
But you
he's
don't
not
like him.
following through, but you don't have a crush on him? That doesn't make a lot of sense.
You kind of like him a little bit.
It sounds like you're just
kinda like him a
protecting
little-
yourself
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
hedging your bets.
And that's all good.
But, he probably, I don't know what grade you're in now. I don't know what grade you are now, but it sounds like he has a crush, right?
Yeah, he's looking, and
And
we
then
suck
doesn't-
at text messaging, by the
Yeah,
way.
he's
That's,
just
don't worry
shy.
about that.
He's really shy.
But then if he says he's going to show up somewhere and doesn't, or wants to do something and doesn't follow through,
He's flaky.
he's flaky. But you're also in the beginning stages of learning how to be a good person to date, how to be a good partner in a relationship, and he is not demonstrating good boyfriend habits, not following through with what he says he's going to do.
He just doesn't know.
Well, I know
Right.
right now he's not
It's the
demonstrating
learning.
good
Yeah,
relationship habits. I'm saying he could learn eventually, but right now he is not, Big Al.
Yeah.
So I don't think you necessarily need to have this good sassy comeback in your back pocket for when he lays it on you that he likes you, and you could say, "Really, I don't like you," or you don't need that. But if you really do like him, I mean, just kind of, he's shy, he's sweet. Maybe if he's looking for opportunities to be around you, you could maybe get a group of friends together. Y'all can go to the movies and see if something plays out that way. But I mean, if you don't like him, then just start. I mean, you can still always be polite to him. You don't have to be rude.
Right.
Just be interested in other boys.
Yeah.
Right? But don't be rude.
Don't
I
ever
mean,
be
why
rude.
would you?
Be
If
nice.
somebody likes you, that's flattering. That's a compliment.
Yeah, don't be rude.
You don't have to turn around and say, "Ew, I don't like you." That's mean.
That's what we live for as humans. We want to be
Just
liked.
Be polite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your only responsibility. But stop texting him if he's not going to text you back. You've learned he's not going to do it, so quit setting yourself up for disappointment.
There you go.
Yes.